mean, I think the things that we thought were good were good. We did some really good things defensively in the run game. We had a few too many mistakes in the throw game that have got to get a lot better. Offensively, we made a lot of explosive plays, made some big time plays, but had a lot of mental errors, and a lot of things that are going to have to get cleaned up. Special teams was a pretty solid night. Our kickoff team did a really nice job. Punt return, we didn't give any opportunities. We ended up kind of with some short fields in the punt return game. Punt team was awesome. That was a massive difference in the game. And then we hit all the balls on kickoff good. Hit all the field goals good except the one that we missed. So it was a pretty good game special teams wise. So a lot of good. A lot that's like this, man. Everybody thinks, well, you win a game like that, everything was perfect and it was all great. And it's not. It's far from it. There's just so much to get better at, and it's going to be a moving target as the year goes on. And this team isn't going to be defined by one game. It's going to be defined by our progress and our ability to stick with it and continue to get better, which we have to do.
What did you see from a standpoint of keeping the guys in check? Not reading the headlines like the young guys and you guys are just getting into this.
Yeah, we're pretty honest group with our guys. So the film doesn't lie. The good that was good. We own it, but there was a lot that has to get better at, and we do not hesitate to show the guys that, to show them where they have to get better, to lay out the plan to do it. We don't have any problem calling ourselves out as coaches. I had a couple just god awful decisions during the game, and I told the team that. So we're all in it together. There's nobody in this program that's above being called out. And that's no coach, no player, nobody. We're all accountable to it. So we got to all get better, and that's been made pretty clear this week.
Coach, with the revamped offensive line, Elijah going in left tackle and Jonah playing center, what did you think from them in their first game against LSU?
We did a decent job. I mean, I thought Jonah did a pretty good job handling it, managing us. That was with a talented opponent, first game, all the noise in the stadium. I mean, all of that. There's some obvious challenges there, and I thought he did a pretty nice job. He played pretty well. Our young guys, Elijah and Alani, had some just awesome plays, and they have some plays that they're going to have to get better at. I mean, they look like talented young guys that are going to be really good players that had some good plays and got beat on some plays, and are going to have to improve. We thought Emmanuel did some really nice things. We thought Murph did some really nice things. So it's got the makings of a really good group. It was a challenging game against a talented group on the other side. We held our own, but we made a few too many mistakes that are going to have to get corrected.
Thinking there's a story today is that Ron was investigated by USC in 2022. Do you have any comment on that? Did the program take any action at the time?
Yeah, I think both the university and Miller released statements. Something that's been settled a long time ago. Very, we'll call it interesting in timing, and that's a high quality individual there. That's one guy you got to be careful about going after because how the character of him, everything that he does is as high as anybody that I've ever had. That's all I can say.
Surprised you that it came out right now?
I don't know.
What adjustments need to be made in the short week? What adjustments need to be made to the schedule during this short week?
Yeah, it's definitely a challenge in that you play an away game. You get home late, then you gotta flip the script and go. Especially when you're playing an opponent that's not playing on a short week. And so, it's one day less every way you slice it, from a preparation standpoint, from a practice standpoint. We're not really quite on a routine yet from playing a Sunday game and then coming in on a short week. And so we've got to turn the corner quickly, mentally, physically, with game plan, and we got to get ready for Utah State. So there's been a lot of adjustments, coaching wise, schedule wise, practice wise, and how well we handle it will go a long ways into how we play on Saturday.
Coach, defensively, I know it's only one game, but you guys in the offseason, your coaching staff, recruiting the transfer portal, adding all the weight. So many teams who struggled on defense a year ago tried to make those adjustments, and they're unsuccessful at it. You've spoken so much about what you guys did to turn it around, and again, I know it's only one game, but can you speak to maybe something we don't know about this transformation? How was it able to look so much better than it did last year in game one so fast?
Yeah, I don't know about comparing it. It's a lot of things obviously very different. I told you guys the whole time, I felt like we I felt like even when practice started, we took to it quickly, and I think that's a credit to our defensive coaches, to our players. It certainly helped having a couple of guys more familiar with the system. I think there's a real hunger in this program to get back to playing the elite defense that you expect in USC, and I think all of us involved, feel that and are incredibly motivated to get it done. And so, yeah, it's just kind of been piece by piece. The guys have worked, the guys have built it. It took, to get just ready for the season, the effort that it took from our entire program. I mean, we went back, we talked about nutrition and strength, and the coaches, the GAs, the QCs, the players. I mean, everybody, the personnel that helped build the roster. I mean, it's just been massive changes, but everybody's been invested, everybody's been hungry to do it, and typically when you get a lot of good people pointed on the same page, some good things can happen. So, excited about the start. Like the whole team, there's a whole long ways to go. We felt like we left a lot on the table there defensively as well, which is, obviously that's exciting too.
What did you learn about Dan first time going to a game with him?
He's pretty calm. He's kind of like me, in the game. He's pretty calm. I thought communication was good. I thought he has a real, clear head calling the game. Has a very good idea of what he wants and the way he wants to attack offenses. It was also interesting seeing just the communication between all of us and the defensive coaches and the players. When you get in that environment, it's just a little bit different. So I'm sure we'll continue to all learn from that and continue to work better together.
Lincoln Kyron has kind of flown under the radar, it seems like, ever since he came here. I guess I wonder what you've thought of his steady progression and maybe what you've seen out of him this year that's sort of shown that he's ready to take a bigger role.
Yeah, your words steady progression are a good way to describe him. I mean, he's one of those guys that you just kind of, you can't have enough of them in your program, that they just stay the course. They keep getting better. There's not maybe always these just massive jumps, but they're always there. That he always practices. He never misses anything. He never misses a rep. Like he never misses a workout. He's locked into every meeting, to every walkthrough we do. He's a tough kid, as you all saw. We've seen it for a long time. He's a competitive kid. He's team first. He's all about SC. There's been times where he hasn't played very many snaps, where he's had limited roles, where most of his snaps have been as a blocker or been on special teams. He's never once complained. He's never once been up to my office saying, can I get more touches? Can I get more of this? He's just been, how can I get better? Just keep coaching me hard, and we have. And it's just funny. When you do things like that, then you get better really fast. You don't worry about all the other BS on the outside that doesn't matter. And all of a sudden you look up one day and the guy's a pretty damn good player. And that's pretty much how it played out.
Thank you, Coach Riley.